Hello, welcome to the Duchess of Games. You may also know me as Kells, um, or Kells Bells. This will be my first YouTube video, and I thought I would kick it off with a tour of this island. This is my Haunted Gothic island. Uh, in the grand tradition of first YouTube videos, I plan on doing a very bad job of this. I'm going to keep the standards real low, so that I can hopefully at least meet them in a coming video. So bear with me. We'll figure it out as we go along. So my thought was, we'll give you a tour of this Haunted Gothic island, show you what has been built so far, what I'm planning on building in the future, just some various random ideas, so on and so forth. And, while we're moving about the space, we can talk about maybe other plans. I'm planning on maybe doing a challenge or something. Perhaps Bella's creative challenge kind of seems up my alley. Maybe other games. We'll see. We'll see what lights are fancy. So I'll be right back with you in a moment. We're going to go back to the base camp, or our home camp, and flick the evening lights on, because I think a lot of this looks best at night. So bear with me, and I'll be right back. All right, well, welcome back. Or really, I guess you've been here the entire time since I'm stitching all of this together. So thank you for staying the course and your dedication. We're going to start with a tour of this main part of the island and the workstation, since that's where I kind of started building. But first, we have to say hello to our rare doggo, Ozzy. Very good boy. Yeah, there you are, bud. Okay. It's funny, this is a creative island, right? So I can essentially spawn in whatever I want, give or take a few items. And it just also happens to be the luckiest island I've ever had. This rare doggo, just in the middle of building a train, like the big green train station. I also got that galaxy glider on the first night from a meteor shower on the first night, and the galaxy glider just popped out of the meteor. No one's gonna believe me. This is a creative island, but either way, just a fantastic amount of luck on this island. Okay, so we're gonna actually, you know what? Let me make it darker. So this is the work area, and let's. Nope, sorry, wrong button. Let's look at the time. Would you look at the time? There we go. Okay. So this is where the machines are going to go. I've started to kind of chart them out. Being a creative island, maybe I don't necessarily need them, but my intention is to use this as kind of a late game island once I get a little more built. Be fun to come here for mine trips and spooky season, which is all the time on this island. This area right here is kind of the closet / furniture situation. Just hats, accoutrement, the galaxy hood. Once I got the glider, I had to dress to match. We have an extra, what is that called? The halo from a build that you'll see in a minute. And then we also have the storage area, which looks deliciously green tonight. I really love what they did with the signs when James updated how they pop. It just looks fantastic in this. So yeah, again, a lot of this is unnecessary, but I wanted to see if we could make it, a little spooky, and I think it's working out. I think it's working out quite well. So let us see. Oh, and there's also weapons racks for various things. They go in a weapons rack. Gotta have casks. And, what are those called? I forget. This is my parking area for all of the nonsense that I either pulled out of the ground or, attacks me during a lightning storm. I'm just gonna see how much I collect. I never turn it in. I never sell it. So you'll see bits and pieces around the island as I'm slowly kind of collecting everything. And then all of these fish that I keep catching. I just can't bear to get rid of them. You know, I'll sell them, but you know, it's a creative island. You know, I don't really need them. Either way, so this is the garden area. I was kind of going for like a midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil vibe. It looks like I accidentally caused a rainbow at night, so congratulations to us. We've been blessed. It's a pageantry blessing. Look at it. It's beautiful. Okay. There's more to add. You know, it's just a little thin in places, and I really want it to look super lush and overwhelming. So a little more to come. You may recognize this area is where I took that picture for the Halloween contest or the spooky season contest under the Dinkum Discord. It's an overdramatic staircase for you to throw bodies down, allegedly. Got an overdramatic, creepy bridge and other staircase. Looking over at the compound. And then settling into the tree farm. Let me make it a little brighter. It's a little dark. Start at 6 perhaps. There we go. Okay. At some point I'll probably move the tree farm. You know, we'll see. We'll see. I'm just not sure right now what I want to do with this little area. Apart from this thing, which we'll get to in a moment. Right now this is where I'm going to blank on his name again. Milton? Mr. Furniture. Where Mr. Furniture's going. So I might ultimately turn this into, you know, a man in the woods with all his trees. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not quite sure. Once the idea comes to me, I'll build it. But, let's see, actually, do we have our helicopter? We do not. We do not. You'll notice Franklin's over there on a sandbar. I haven't yet cleared out his area from the Dad's Cozy Games holiday build contest where I did the Joyfully Jolly Hunters festive meat packing facility. I'm paraphrasing. It was something like that. It was very festive. Very, very holiday season. Couldn't look away. Just couldn't look away. Okay. A little aerial view of everything. Look how aerial it is. Don't look over there. We're not there yet. All right. Let's see where we were. So we were right here with Franklin's area, and you can actually see it right here. We'll walk down there, but it's all still, as I mentioned, decorated for the holiday scene I took that picture of. Just haven't put anything back yet. So, okay, let us park. We'll park right here. And down, bud. There we go. Okay. So this'll, I might still keep it green, but will eventually be kind of like a mad scientist lab situation where his house will go right here, or maybe I'll make it bigger. Not really sure. It'll depend on how it looks once it's down here, but we'll get him situated. For right now, he seems to be okay. All right. I'll go over to Sheila's. We'll pass by it. So this is very much under construction. There's not a lot done here. I'm just planning on building some docks, stretching them out into the water, making a lot more of the kind of the harbor area there. And Darlene suggested that I can potentially dev code in one of those shipwrecks from the island, so maybe give that a shot as well. And then down here, this isn't necessarily where these houses, the rental homes, will go physically, but I'm trying to do some experimentation with replicating the Bates Motel, the actual motel itself. So the intention being, you know, when Forrest comes out of her rental home with that axe, just running at you, screaming, at least it makes sense. You know, she's not doing it. She's not attempting murder in an idyllic country field, you know, with the flowers and the you know, the birds are chirping. This is definitely you are in danger, and I think it's going to really fulfill her. So we'll moving the houses around right now. Beer Invaders and I are planning to build this out to the Bates Motel with the mansion in the back, and that will be Fletch's. So this is, again, very much under construction. At some point, he and I will get together and we'll get that built or planned. Then let's go over to Theo's area. This was also one of the earliest things I did here. You can see it from up high. It's kind of tucked back in there a bit. I just thought it'd be interesting. There was a picture that someone submitted for that spooky contest or the October contest for Dinkum, where she had a building in the background, and she used the wooden steps as kind of the wooden roof. And then there were parts of it that she had turned into kind of like a ruin. And I thought, that'd be pretty interesting to do around the museum, because it's so bright and white. Just doesn't really fit in with the aesthetic I'm trying to achieve here. So I thought, let's build this around him and put him in the middle of like a broken down castle or a great house. Maybe at some point it got flooded after a war. Maybe that's why Fletch's family is no longer here. Which I have questions about that. We're going to talk about that in a second. But approaching it's I'm really pleased with how it came out. Really pleased. It's a little tight corners, but I think it works, really. So there might be some tweaks here and there. I'm sure nothing's ever truly done when you're creating, but really excited with how it turned out. Pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased. And then on the side here is that building, and I'll go over it with the helicopter in a little bit, but from up close you can see I cut out some of the roof and added some black marble, so it looks like maybe the roof fell through. We have our statues here, from House Bush Devil, I suppose. I don't know. And then I suppose medieval garage. I don't know. It's green and it looks creepy and otherworldly, so it's in. Okay, so that is his area. He seems to like it too. I saw him fishing in the ruins the other day. He's quite pleased with himself. So this is not Theodore abuse. Just want to be clear with everybody. And yes, sharks do sometimes spawn in there, as well as alligators, crocos. So that's pretty funny. All right, so let's go over to Sally's. We'll kind of do a drive-by, get a little close. You probably saw it maybe on the map, and I might add more to it. It's in a holding pattern right now while I let it turn over in my brain a bit. But I just had this idea for I don't know, these really weird structures coming off the corner of her building. I don't know why it makes sense, but it does to me. So this is what she got. It looks imperious, a little weird, which is exactly what I'm going for. And if I go to the map, you can see here, don't tell me about this short one. I can't stop looking at it. I'll eventually fix it. Which, I don't know, though. It would mean I'd have to stop complaining about it. Let me table that. At some point, I may add some more legs to it to make it look like a spider. So we'll see. That's kind of why it's on ice right now. And you'll see that with a lot of the way that I move through space is... And fair warning, I'll do a pretty big push with the build, and then maybe I need to sit on it for a little bit and let it kind of marinate. Most of the projects that you're seeing are kind of in that stage. So I'm working on an active item. Everything else is kind of just on ice while I kind of turn it over in my brain. I try not to rush things because I like the meditative process. All right, so this is I think you can tell, the bell tower. This is a spiral all the way up with the waterfalls coming down the sides. And if you've heard Beer mention the spreadsheets, this is kind of where that came from, because I needed to plan this out. I kept getting lost in the counts and interacting, or it ended up not matching up. So I thought, well, I used to cross stitch. I haven't in a long time, but maybe I should kind of build a cross stitch pattern for it, and then I can just follow that because it's in little squares, right? So I just got Excel, not at work, of course. I would never. I would never, would never. But I got Excel, and just, made the squares the same little size and kind of charted it out from there. It's obviously a lot bigger in practice than it is on Excel paper. And again, like I said, more to add to it, but for right now, I really dig it. All right, so we'll eventually go over here in kind of the dark swampy area. We're not there yet though, so let's head back over. We're going to do an aerial view of the ruins. I guess museum ruins is what I'll call that. We can see I have Banker Man over here, Mr. Tweed. I can never keep him and the furniture dude, Mr. Furniture, straight. So they just, I don't know, they both got mustaches, and their names start with M. But this one has a brick building that kind of goes with the aesthetics of the museum ruin. So I'm gonna put him back there again. I just kind of plopped him down to have him, on the island. I'll eventually build that up. Right now I'm waiting for some more trees to grow so that it gets a little more creepy woods. So more to come on that one. And you can see right here we're over that tail end of this design here, and this kind of necessity. I started building this out of necessity, but essentially from where this red square is all the way through these bed icons, this entire strip was doggo dens, the whole thing. And I didn't want to get rid of them because they're doggoed. It's one gigantic doggo den, essentially. I've never seen it in any island like that before. So I thought, well, I know I want to do something with Clover's area. Maybe I can make it kind of snake related. So as you see, it's a little hard to see at night, so I apologize. As you can see here, I started to kind of weave that path. Weave. You know what I'm trying to say. Put the path down to make a snake form. So, it kind of looks like when you're playing Snake on your Nokia back in 1992, and your snake got a little too long, and you're about to lose, but you're very confident. At some point, I'll landscape this whole area, probably put it under a little bit of water with the same sort of aesthetics that'll be inside Clover's area, which we'll get to in a second. And we'll flesh out John's area a little more too. This is definitely where he's going to go, but I just wanted it to look nice for right now. So yeah, this whole thing will be kind of a raised path, forcing you to take this winding path into this kind of rose, this black rose. This is the best way I can explain it, based off of the shape and how I played around with the heights of the walls. I'm very pleased with it, but I think maybe rose, because it initially started as a spiral. If we go to the map here, I've added to it, so that's why this part doesn't look right. But taken out some of the walls and changed the heights. You can do this through Minecraft circle generators or Minecraft spiral generators. There was a spiral generator that I used. And again, same concept with the cross stitch. If it just figured, I could probably leverage that. I did not mean to say leverage. I am so sorry. We're going to circle back on that, so make sure that you see the meeting notes I'll send out after the call. And right now, at the moment, I am working on snaking this through, and I meant that was snaking, through the area. I initially had it just connecting right here in front of the bridge, but I really needed to snake, so we'll get there. I think I'm there. I just need to, make it a raised path and make it okay. Oh, and let me give you a little zoom in on this over here. Clover's area, her building, her house is on the snake head with the tail going back. I'm sorry, the tongue going back out there. So the mushrooms will be part of the theme. It's gonna look, kind of swampy, little marshy, little creepy witch in the woods sort of thing. If there were fog machines in Dinkum, I would put them in this area. I feel like it calls for fog machines. Not lasers though, be too much. And then this area over here is going to be Erwin's area. He's going to be kind of the grave digger slash, I guess, animal person. That we'll kind of put the ranch area in here and you'll see. Let me go to the map here. So this will, from about there to back to the snake, we'll have as just a huge component of like a graveyard, just a huge, just never-ending graveyard. I'm gonna take it up into here as well, just as part of the landscape. But this area right here will be some of the ranching, you know, I say ranching, but the animals, and you know, just kind of moving about the graves. And Miss J actually had this brilliant idea. She reached out to me and suggested that I plant some plants and let them pass in their season. So don't dig them up don't get rid of them after their season passes. So that way I have dead plants all over the place. And I think that's a brilliant idea. So thank you again, Miss J. I'm definitely going to be using that. So we'll get there. He's not even on the island yet. I've had other stuff going on. All right. So let's see where we are. Probably going to keep the pathing like this, so it's kind of all over the place. You know, it's a haunted island. Department of Public Works doesn't really come out at night. Okay. Oh, there's a shark in the marsh. So this is the start of Rain's area, and that poor Sharky is stuck. I'm not going after him, of course. But this is kind of a winding, swampy, you know, creepy area for Rain. It's not done. I just put her down. Oh my goodness, that's so dark. I just put her greenhouse down on the plot. That's better. That's better. But we'll build it up some more. It just needs some more height and some more, you know, a little bit of everything. Walking out here, you'll see, so she's got her path here, but then also this path goes back to the bell tower, which you can kind of see in the distance there. I'll eventually put the bottle trees back in the water, just didn't right yet. But my plan is, or my hope is that I'm building them paths to get back to Sheila's, because on my main island, my first island, is a little convoluted and they get stuck in the weirdest places and it bothers me. So even though I'm building them out of their own, like fleshing out their entire space and making it seem like it's its own little world, I still want them to be just close enough that they can still get to a main path. So looking at the map here, you know, she'll have that ability to get there. And this will, you know, we'll figure this out later. And the other day when I was playing, she did end up over here by the museum, so it is possible. Oh, another thing I want to call out, the reason I'm taking a break from her area is because I individually hand shoveled all of this mud. I put it all in here. It used to be just, what is it? You know, the plains Billabong area. This was a Billabong, but all of this, all of this, all of that, all of this, and definitely all of this, 1 square at a time of mud. So I need a break from that. So I can start to hear the dirt printer in my mind. It's time to take a break. So, okay. All right. So next we'll go over to the train station. You can see it right there. Let's go towards the front though. Sorry for my camera work. It'll get better, or it won't. We'll find out. We'll find out. Gotta keep you guessing. This doesn't really have a place to like walk up yet. I'll get there eventually. I just kind of started landscaping around it. Let's go over towards it. So we have our golden jackaroo, and this kind of ends up being like a park, you know, water feature slash. I want to say water park, but there are no slides. The subways, you know, kind of striking out from the main building. They go through the building. I'm so proud of this. It's so beautiful. My thought was I just wanted to see if I could get those stairs to make the stairs look like they just kept going, you know, past the pergola. just to nowhere. And I don't know. It just came out of me. I'm super proud of it. I'm super proud of how it looks. The only part that I had kind of pre-planned was this center area, and even then, it doesn't look the same. It really doesn't. But let's kind of walk around a little bit, and then maybe we'll take a little train ride. All right. I'm sorry if my mouse work is a little choppy right now. I'll hope to get better. Yeah, okay. All right, so we'll go up in this area. So that other area to the right there on the other side of the train track, another kind of balcony area. I guess I should give it some fencing. I probably forgot to do that. All right, pretend there's fencing right here. Pretend that's complete, please. So we go around to the back, which is also the front, in my opinion. I think this train station has two fronts. It has no backs. It's like bangs on both sides? No, not bangs. I'll think on that one. But it's got the winding staircase, and then down in the center here, another fountain. We love a good water feature. So we have 4 tracks in general in this train station, and I'm still kind of playing around with the pathing, but these 2 tracks right here that are just against the wall, they are going to be kind of the north local tracks. If you kind of split the island up into quarters, I've definitely over quartered with this one right here, but the intention being that, you know, this local track will kind of go this way, right? And then the other one will take all of this. So we'll see. It's in its infancy. I still got to plan it. But the other ones, the ones that go through the station, let's see if I can get there. Oh no. The ones that go through the station, this is the kind of the bottom local, the south local, I guess. So these tracks go in, the intention will be out of the subway and then kind of around all of these other areas on the island. So we'll have like, you know, little stops and places, which I think would be kind of fun. So, okay, let us grab a train, which I think I have right here. And let's see if we can get that in there. Come on. There we go. All right, I did this myself the other day. Gotta get creative. You'd think I'd know how to get in it. I don't. Okay. All right, let's back it on up. I'm gonna back it up. Back it up. We gotta go. We have to have the experience of going through the station. We must. Okay. Fun fact, just there to the right, where that sleeping doggo is where I found our boy Ozzy. So, okay. Let's take our train towards the mine. We'll go check out the mine. Going into the subway. Just so... Whoa. Oh no. Not that other train. Goodness. Who put that there? Couldn't have been me. Never me. It was definitely me. Alright. Let's take the colorless one. Yeah, through the station. Or the subway, I guess. Up over the hill. As we crest the hill, you can see the mine over there in the distance. It is as weird as it looks. And I'm very proud of that. Alright, we'll stop here. We'll do a little train station right here, a little mini station. So we can get off. Alright. At some point. This building area that's not finished, clearly not finished, I actually took down because it was a little too ostentatious, is a little too involved for this area, and it was kind of taken away from the mine. So we'll do something simpler, maybe starker in that area. I just haven't filled it in yet. All right, so here's our mine. It just looks incredible. Oh my gosh, I'm so pleased. The only thing I wish that we had was the ability to see all the colors in the mine, because these alternating black and white, squares into the center, they kind of close in. They focus in on the mine shaft, and it looks like it's maybe like zooming in, or it's a long hallway. Um, you know, I was trying to go for kind of a visual effect. It still looks impressive. Day or night, it looks impressive, but I do wish I could see it. So when you're looking here, the mine shaft is actually at the lowest point. Well, the water is at the lowest point, and then the top of this staircase is the highest point that you can build. So that's the lowest point down there that you can dig, and then right here is the highest point. I'm really pleased with it. I have no idea what made me think to do this. I just woke up one day and I said, you know what? I need that, and I'm gonna build it. And then I dirt printed for 36 human years, is what it felt like. So, you know, that was a lot of dirt printing. I definitely took a break for a while after that one. All right, let's go back. We've had our mine experience. We're going to go to the sanctuary, and we'll show you some of the rest of the stations. All right, come on, let me in. There's a little build over there in the distance on the left. That's Beer's Garden. It's not ready for public viewing. It was really it's kind of a lab that we used to play around with some theming. Okay, so this is the sanctuary. So while the commoners will be out on their cement pallets... Oh no, come on. Come on, we can do this. While the commoners will be out on their cement pallets, I will be sleeping in the lap of luxury before a mine trip. So this is my sanctuary. And let's stop for a second. Let's get out. I may mow this, I may not. I kind of like how lush and wild it is. It looks really cool, especially with the flowers. Oh, and the mushrooms. There's a bed, there's some candles, everything's fire safe. I have a disco pond, which is really cool. It just looks so lush. I love it. I love it. Okay. So yeah, I'll be sleeping here while everyone else is in the dirt. It's just the way it works here on Hemlock Veil Island. You're seeing a lot of bones over there. Don't quite look at those just yet. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Just know that I'm okay. Everything's okay at home. It's fine. Okay, so we are going to the south train station. It's a straight shot down. Occasionally the bush devils do try to eat you, but I feel like that's a part of the experience, so I'm leaving that in. But as we approach, we'll start to... Oh, I have one. Oh, he's caught in the bumper. Oh, he's caught in the bumper. Yeah, maybe don't try to eat me. Then you won't get run over. Oh, boy. Okay, well, he ruined the entrance. Look at you. Look at you. No, 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 no. You did not. Oh, No, no. This will not stand. We're coming. This is happening. You hurt my feelings, dude. Okay. Taking all your meat, too. Ozzy's gonna enjoy it. Okay. A little excitement for you. It's the new dinner show we're planning on Hemlock Veil. Alright, well, we'll keep the train with us. Oh, no we won't. So there was a helicopter in there too. Oh, I was filling it full of helicopters the other day. Yeah, okay. Alright. So anyway, back to the non-dramatics. Or I guess the design dramatics. Let's put our weapon down. This is the south train station. Very, very cold, very frozen. I was trying to think of what I wanted to do with this one. I kind of want to make them all a little different or wildly different, you know, whatever comes out of me. So the other one was blue or green, and I thought, I'll just kind of focus this one on blue and see what comes out of it. I'm really pleased with it. And Beer helped me figure out some of the other parts of the train station back. You'll see in a minute. And also dirt print, because again I still have dirt print fatigue from all of the projects that I keep putting on my plate myself. But it's working out. All right, so heading over the kind of channel here leads you to a second part of the train station. So another situation where there's two fronts to the train station. This one is I've been calling this the express lane. This is the express lane. This one will kind of circle the entire island. So you can see it kind of goes out to where the penguins are. It'll do the same over here where that skull is, and then up to hit my area with the house. And then you can see here the two in the front where we left the train. Those are the locals that'll connect up into the main central station and the other stations. You know, while they also take a little train ride around the island. So we're getting there. We'll get there. Right now I'm kind of in the process. Every once in a while, if I need something to do, just some busy work, I'll, you know, build out a little more of this, of these tracks to start to connect it. And also where that skull is down there is where the airport's going to go. It'll be a lot of fun. I won't spoil the surprise, but there's going to be a shark moat, and that's not the surprise. Okay, all right, so let's get back on the train, and we will take it over to the west train station. Okay. You know, I really hemmed and hawed about putting those snowflakes up there. I kind of like it. It's a little too cartoony, you know, for the vibe I'm going for, but I still dig it. All right, this is a very in-progress tunnel. Just kind of put stuff down to put it down. At some point we'll make that look really cool. And then let's take our connection over here. Again, I apologize for the camera work. I'm going to hope to get better at it. Also, throughout this area, I'm planning on, you know, different little stops and ponds and little pockets of theming. You know, maybe there'll be a place where you can kind of run with the bush devils. Maybe they don't, try not to let them eat you. We'll see. But that'll kind of be like much later once I get most of the other stuff built. All right, so we are approaching the west train station via the local track. This is also very much in progress, though the back of the train station, or the second front, I guess is what we're doing, that is more built up than the front here. I'm still trying to figure this part out. So, again, this just kind of underscores how I do things is I'll build as much as I can, and then I have some ideas for this, but I have to figure out how to implement it. And then we'll, you know, take a few times to implement it. Take a few attempts, probably, to get it right. But we'll get there. Okay, so this is the back or front. It's currently the more built-up area of this train station. And again, I'm super, super proud of this one. Let's see here. Little seating areas with those lamps. It's just so cool looking. I love how these candelabras turned out. There's just something about it. It's just visually stirring to me. Love those. I just love that we can place those walls and the wallpaper outside, and we can put it underneath pergolas. I'd love to be able to do even more, but just even that alone has been so cool to play around with. And let me actually take this a little farther back. We have the observation square. So look at that. The way that the pergolas kind of step down towards the center into that clock tower area is so cool. Darlene had suggested that while I was trying to play around with this because I was a little stuck on it. And so I love talking these ideas out with people. I think that makes me better, makes everyone, you know, I just love talking out ideas while I'm building. And she suggested this, and honestly, it's brilliant. Look at it. It's beautiful. Great job. Okay. So, and again, this down here, which I don't really know that we're going to take because it just takes you right back down. The only fun part of it is this part right here. So let's walk through there. Just look how cool that looks. It's just something about it, you know? It's visually, it looks really cool. And then it gets boring right after that. So more of that will happen. I'll build more of this around the island. But again, we'll do that later. So this part, again, as I mentioned, connects down to the snowflake station, and then it'll connect up north to that other station that you may have seen on the map. But we'll go take a look at that right now. Let's see. Right? Oh, that's right. It is late. I guess I can make it non-late. Let's just get in our... There we go. Oh, and this one also has a... what are those called? The antennas, the towers. A really cool little island. Alright. Get there. We're going to head back towards where the mine is, so you'll see it in a moment. And you'll also see the backyard full of bones, which is, again, totally normal, and everything is okay. I don't know. I love that if you bury the bones, it turns into, like, skeletal remains. There's something so darkly funny about that I just started doing it. And I really liked it. Put some red backlighting behind it and some bottle brush trees, and it just, man, it looks really weird. Oh, excuse me. But look at this. So this is not done. Again, this is not done. At some point we realized, because I had Beer and Darlene and Faith over to help plant all of these bones. And at some point we realized that half of the area was a square down. So now that's why you can't see it on the map, because it's too low. So yeah, we're taking a break right now. I'm eventually going to randomize it so it won't look so linear and straight. It'll kind of look all over the place. Like, if I look at the map here, not as much as this, but kind of disorganized. I'd like the bones and the plants to be a little more disorganized. So we'll, again, taking a break from that one. So it's dirt printing and bone planting are the two things so far that I've bitten off more than I can chew. But either way, we'll get it done. Just little bits. Little steps are still steps. Alright, so we're heading back into the green train station, or what I call it, the Grand Central Spooky. I think I might just call it that. This is what I submitted for the Dinkum, what is it, the moon competition? Alright, you know what? No, oh, excuse me. Let's put it towards the front. Oh, the other one. My bad. I'm going to be real mad about that later. I'm not. Look at him. Alright. Here we go. So, we have one last little area to do. I say little area. It's gigantic. I am currently in the process of kind of building / conceptualizing / figuring it out as I go along. The northern train station, I was going to make a joke about it being it's the biblically accurate train station, just because of the overlapping shapes here. I just thought that was kind of funny. But right now, it's overlapping squares, and there'll be more of it. It's not just this. It's not just this. There will be more of it, but I want to get the tracks figured out first before I do anything else, because I think that'll help inform next steps, if that makes sense. And I'm so sorry I keep using office terminology. Oh, I see we have Kipper torches. Thank you, Kipper. Much obliged. Appreciate it. It really sets off my cabin bed beautifully. I might also still leave this island over here. I don't know. I don't dislike it. I like how this structure kind of comes out of nowhere. It's almost like it's deeply unnatural, right? And I think that's part of why I like it. It's unnatural and striking in this really natural, verdant landscape. So I might just leave the islands like this. We'll see. We'll see. And like I said, there'll be more squares. The express station's going to be out here somewhere, so somehow we'll connect all of this. You can see right here, Darlin and Kipper and I were dirt printing this gigantic subway, because I think what I'll do is with this, if you see this rectangle right here, this interior will be underground, like an underground train station. So kind of like an open air subway situation. We'll see. I gotta figure it out. I gotta see what I'm feeling. But this will eventually go away. I think we'll have to figure out how to connect these two stations. I'm sorry, these two tracks up over here. So this might actually stretch the full corner as the kind of the local track. So we'll see. We'll figure that out. But yeah, more to come with this one. Oh, and also Miss J had an excellent idea for this one as well, and she hadn't seen this yet. But she had suggested with the northern train station, maybe doing some brimstone situation. You know, I could use the what is it called, the basalt flooring and the lava. Could do some lava flooring, and I really like that idea. So what I'm thinking right now is some of in the spaces where the squares are, size doesn't really matter what size, but maybe randomly we have some lava ones where the lava pours into a lava bed, or maybe there's a waterfall one where it just kind of pours into like an unending pit. Who doesn't love an unending pit? Personally, it's in my top 5. So something like that. And then maybe some of them will just leave as ocean. We'll see. Once I get more of those shapes on the ground, once it gets a little busier, then we'll see what else is, what other ideas we have. So yeah, that's where we are right now. I know it's a lot. Every project is literally in progress. The only thing I'm not doing right now is Irwin's area, and that's going to come at some point. We're going to figure that out. So let's go back to the house and say goodnight to Ozzy. He's already asleep. I guess it is late. Couldn't wait up for me. Poor guy. Excuse me. What are you doing? Get out of my house. Get out of my house. Sir. This is not going to make me build your place any sooner. Oh. He was going to metal detect inside my sanctuary. What are you doing, bud? You just got here. Oh, okay, yeah. Little nice guy act. You're not fooling me. Okay. All right, let's pet the dog. So yeah. I think we'll see. I have a lot more to do. Not like it's a big lift or anything. I'm just really excited to continue to build this. I'm surprised that I've been able to do as much as I have so far, with the kind of spooky, moody build. Considering this game is so bright and beautiful and Technicolor, it's crazy that you can turn it into kind of a darker, more moody vibe. So more to come on this. I am super excited to build the rest. In the future, I'm planning on recording episodes where I'm building. May record all of the building or most of it. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Again, I'm very new at this, so if you're interested in watching the builds, please continue to subscribe or watch or what have you. Continue to put things out. I'm also planning on a Creative Island Challenge, Balla Girl Gaming's Creative Island Challenge. Not with this island, of course. I have another one in mind that I started. It's brand new. And then, maybe some other games. I'm a big Stardew player. I love Dinkum, of course. Play some Sandrock. Really, Chef. There's a lot going on. So, more to come. I know I've said that 17 times already. But I hope you have a good evening or daytime or afternoon, depending on where you are. If you didn't like this, I'm retroactively sorry for that. But no, I really appreciate it. If you watch this far, I know this is a longer one. I really appreciate you staying all the way through the end. Hopefully there'll be more, and we'll get a chance to enjoy some more Dinkum together. All right? All right, goodbye, everyone. See ya.